Hey there, today I'm gonna practice shadowing practice with a video entitled 10 Things You Must Work on Every Day. 10 Things You Must Work on Every Day from Jim Rohn Motivation Channel. I will shadow by repeating everything Jim will be saying, and that will work as imitation technique from what a native speaker are saying. So let's begin. Just to, as a concern, you will not be hearing what Jim will be saying, but you will hear only me repeating what the video is saying. So let's get started. Another pause. Not it's not a it started from the beginning, but I'll start at the minute 24 of the video. So let's do it. You attract what you become. If you want to attract success, you must become successful in your habits and your thinking and in your actions. If you want to attract great relationships, you must become the kind of person who is worthy of great relationships. If you want to attract abundance, you must develop an abundant mindset. And that's something you can work on every day. You can become more disciplined, more focused, more positive, and more successful by improving yourself just a little each day. Next, your purpose. This one is so important. You see, purpose gives your life direction. It's the reason you get up in the morning, the thing that drives you to keep going even when the things get tough. And here's the key. You've got to work on your purpose every day. You've got to constantly refine it, deepen it, and live it out in everything you do. Now, something will say, Jim, I don't know what my purpose is. And that's okay. Your self purpose isn't something you find all at once, it's something you discover and develop over time. And you can improve it a little every day. Maybe today you spend some time reflecting on important things to you. Tomorrow you'll take a small step in the direction of your dreams. The next day, you align your actions with your values. Each day you make progress toward living a life of purpose. And before you know it, you'll find your purpose becomes clearer, stronger, and more fulfilling. Here's the thing. When you live your purpose, everything else falls into place. Your work becomes more meaningful, your relationship becomes deeper, your challenge becomes opportunities for growth. Purpose is the foundation on which your fulfilling life is built, and it's something you can work on every day. I once met a man who was deeply unhappy. He couldn't figure out why. One day we had a conversation, and I asked him, "What's your purpose? What's the reason you are doing all of this?" He couldn't answer. He spent so much time chasing success that he lost sight of it at first place. I told him, "You've got to find your purpose, and you've got to live it every day." He took that advice to heart. He started focusing on what truly matters to him, helping others, making a difference, living a life of significance. And you know what? His entire life changed. He found happiness, fulfillment, and a sense of peace he had never experienced before. And it all started with a daily practice of living with purpose. Next, one of the most important things to work on every day is being grateful. Gratefulness is one of the most powerful emotions you can cultivate and has the ability to transform your life in ways you cannot even imagine. You see, when you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift your attention away from what's missing in your life and towards what's already good. And when you do that, you attract more good into your life. Being grateful is something you can practice every day and doesn't take much. Maybe today you take a moment to appreciate the people in your life who support you. Tomorrow you focus on small blessings you often take for granted: your health, your home, your job. The next day you show a little gratitude for the challenges that has helped you grow. When you're grateful, your mindset shifts from scarcity to abundance. And over time, you'll find your eternal life. Virgin, tell me, have you ever, awesome. Tell me, have you ever had a bad day? Have you ever had a bad day? Tell me, have you ever had a bad day where everything seems to go wrong? We've all been there. But here's a secret: even on those days, there's something to be grateful for. Maybe it's a lesson you learned from a mistake. Maybe it's the strength you gain from overcoming a challenge. When you focus on being grateful, even in the tough time become valuable, and that's the real power of it. Gratefulness is one of those things that multiplies the more you practice it. The more you focus on what you are grateful for, the more you find to be grateful. It's like a snowball rolling down the hill. It gets bigger and bigger with each day when you practice it. And here's the best part: when you live being grateful, you attract more of the things that you are grateful for. You create a positive cycle of abundance, joy, and fulfillment that grows stronger with each passing day. Now, being grateful isn't just about feeling good, it's also about taking actions. You see, when you're truly grateful for something, you want to give back. You want to contribute, to help others, to make a difference. And that's another reason why being grateful is so powerful. It not only improves your own life, but it also inspires you to improve the lives of others. When you make for grateful a daily practice, it begins to change not just your perspective, but also your behavior. Being grateful has a way to softening us, of making us more generous, more patient, more compassionate. More compassionate. You see, when you're focused on what you have, when you appreciate the small and the big blessings in your life, you start to release that sense of scarcity, that the fear of not having enough. And that's powerful. Because when you stop living in fear, you start living abundance. And I'm telling you, living abundance is one of the greatest shifts you can make in your life. Gratefulness, it's like a muscle. You've got to work on daily for it to grow strong. Every day, take a moment to reflect on what you're grateful for. And it doesn't have to be big things. Maybe today, you're grateful for the sunshine. Tomorrow, you're grateful for the fact you have food on your table. The next day, you're grateful for the lessons you've learned through hardship. Whatever it is, find something, even if it's small. You see, the key isn't the size of the thing you are grateful for. The key is the act of being grateful itself. The key is the act of being grateful itself. The key is the act of being grateful itself. Now, I'm telling you, being grateful doesn't mean ignore problems. It doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect when it's not. Life has its challenges. But when you practice being grateful, you develop the resilience to face those challenges without being overwhelmed by them. You learn to say, yes, this is hard, but I'm still grateful for the strength to get through it. You see, grateful shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right, and that gives you energy to encourage and the perspective to keep moving forward. There was a woman I knew that was going through a very difficult time in her life. She has lost she had lost her job, her relationship has ended, and she was feeling lost. Every day seemed like a struggle. One day we sat down and I told her, "You've got to find something to be grateful for, even in the midst of this storm." At first, she thought it was impossible, but she started small. Each day, she wrote down one thing she was grateful for, no matter how small. Slowly, day by day, her perspective began to change. She began to see opportunities. She started rebuilding her life, and today, she's happier and more successful than she ever was before. Now, there's one more thing I want to emphasize about being grateful. It's contagious. When you're grateful about everything, people around you notice. It spreads. Your positive outlook inspires the others. Did you know? Your generosity encourages others to be generous. Your appreciation for life lives out. So when you practice gratefulness every day, you're not just improving your own life, you're improving the life of those around you. And that's a powerful thing. So think about your life right now. Think about the areas we've talked about: your attitude, communication, discipline, your relationships, your mindset, time management, your finances, personal development, your purpose, and being grateful. How many of these areas could benefit from just a little improvement every day? And what would you like what would your life look like if you make this little and that's it. The key to lasting change is not found in making one big leap. It's found in small, consistent changes, actions. The key to lasting change isn't found in making one big leap. It's found in small, consistent actions you take every day. That's where the real magic happens. That's where the transformation occurs. I've seen it time and time again. People who commit to improve just a little bit each day, who focus on the process rather than the outcome, end up achieving extraordinary things. Why? Because success is the natural result of small disciplines repeated over time. So tell me, what small improvement can you make today? What's one area in your life you can start applying these these principles right now? Maybe it's your finances. Maybe it's your take a look and spending. Maybe it's your relationships. Maybe you reach out to someone and tell them you appreciate them. Whatever it is, start today. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for everything to be lined up just right. Start with what you have, where you are, and make a commitment to improve a little every day. So, I want to know, what's one small thing you can do today to start building that discipline? What's one area of your life you can start making those small daily improvements? Remember, it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just have to be consistent. Because over time, those small actions compound. And before you know it, you'll be standing in a place you never thought possible. And remember the power of our purpose. It's what gives meaning to all of these daily improvements. It's the why behind everything you do. And your discipline becomes stronger, your gratitude becomes deeper, and your motivation becomes unstoppable. But here's the thing, purpose isn't something that's handed to you, it's something that you discover and cultivate over time. And just like everything else we've talked about, it's something you can improve a little bit each day. Maybe today you take some time to reflect on what truly matters to you. Tomorrow you take a step toward align your actions with your values. The next day you look for ways to serve others and make a difference. Each of these small steps brings you closer to living a life of purpose. And when you live with purpose, everything else in your life becomes more meaningful, more fulfilling, and more rewarding. I wanna make sure remember this when you go home. So jot this down. Life is a journey, not a destination. And that journey is made of small daily steps you take. Every day you have the opportunity to improve. Every day you have the chance to become a little bit better than you were yesterday. And when you make the commitment to improve yourself every day in every area of your life, you'll find that the journey itself is the reward. So, what are you going to improve today? What small, consistent actions you are going to take to move closer to the life you want to live? Remember, it's not about making a giant leap. It's about taking one small step at a time, every single day. And when you do that, you'll be amazed of what you can achieve over time. That's the real secret of success. It's not about luck or talent or even hard work. It's about the small discipline, the daily improvements, the little choices you make every day. And those choices, my friends, are in your hands. I hope that lands with you. You start to see remarkable changes in your life. Keep going, keep improving. And remember, success is not something you pursue, it's something you attract by the person you become. And that's it